Are you working to automate your business as a real estate agent? That's what everybody tells you. You're hiring VAs and you're trying to make everybody do all the things and you just kind of show up and shake hands and kiss babies. I'm here to tell you that if you automate your business fully as a real estate agent, you will be out of the industry in 5 years. So we're going to talk about that today, but stay tuned and we'll dive in. What's up guys, Jeremy Kane, Real Estate Agent Playbook here. Super excited. As you know, I'm super passionate about this topic. I'm a Zillow hater and I want to help every single agent win at the game of real estate. As always, like, comment, subscribe on the YouTube. And if you're listening on the podcast, thank you so much. We're developing that community. Throw me a review and share with your favorite real estate agent. But let's get into the episode. The one thing that every single new agent has is the power of time. And I always hear in my discussions with agents in my downline who I'm coaching and mentoring to build the appropriate systems and processes and foundation to build a successful real estate business is, I have time, but I don't know how to fill it. And so this is something that we're going to talk about, but you do have the time. And I tell my agents the one thing that they should be focusing on is building out a client journey and making sure that everything you do, once you get a buyer, once you get a seller, is dialed in to provide white glove service. If you are interested in my free template, there's a link below. You can get access to my Trello board that has my entire client journey on it, buyer journey. But if I would tell you, it's not the blueprint, it's just an outline and you can tweak and put in anything you want in there. The truth is that we need to be individuals in this business and we need to make our experience unique so that we can continue to provide that service. So there is absolutely no way that those clients would go to a different real estate agent the next time they're in the market, or when a friend or a family member needs a real estate agent. You want them to rave about your service. And that starts with the time that you take to develop a system and a process that works for you, meaning that you have to be in it. It has to be from you. It can't be, from 5 or 6 or 7 different people. I recently, hired a TC, I guess not recently, 2 years ago for the first time in my business. That's the best thing I could ever do. But I had to develop that experience for my clients before I inserted someone else to further escalate their experience and make it more positive. And so everybody that you are adding, that you are, outsourcing or whatever, needs to be client driven and make sure that they're providing an exceptional experience on your behalf. And this goes for industry partners and the whole 9 yards, because the whole experience is them buying or selling a home. It's not necessarily just my realtor was good, the title company sucked. My realtor was good, the lender, asked me for too many documents or whatever. So you have to develop a team to do so, but you need to drive that and you need to make those decisions and you need to set those expectations. So take the time. How's it gonna look? From click to lifelong relationship, how's it gonna look? And this is something that you can do right now, even though you don't have clients, because newer agents sit back and they say, okay, I'm gonna, just try and get a client. I'm trying to get my next deal. I'm trying to get the next deal. Then they get the client and they're flustered and they don't really have the time to put in that white glove experience type effort, and then they just go on to the next and on to the next and on to the next. And whether you say it or not, that makes you a transactional real estate agent, which is why only 18% of people use the same agent to sell the home that they did to buy it. And so the goal of the client journey and building it out through this time is, once you actually have that client, the systems are in place, it's back in, and you can always change it. It can be fluid, right? I always talk to my newer agents and say, I understand that you're probably not going to have the budget that I have, for the marketing and the gifts. If you have that system in place and you can say, okay, like, this is what I'm going to do right now because this is within my budget, this is within my expertise, and I can, put all these creative ideas on the sideline. Don't put them out of your mind, write them down somewhere, because we all know we forget. But if you can have that experience dialed in, a client experience and your personal touches should cost absolutely nothing, when you're first in the industry, and it's just your time, right? And time is a valuable asset. I'm not saying that doesn't cost anything, but you have the time to put in, you have the time to, hold their hand and take them through the entire process and check in and see how the lending's going. The honest truth is, you probably need that education as well as a newer agent or even an experienced agent. Some agents have gotten so used to the last couple of years, they got in the business, they were busy right away, and they relied on all these systems and automations, and now they don't even have the knowledge to push those systems away. Maybe when when times get a little more lean, they say, what are you going to cut? Well, if you're cutting a TC or cutting something out of the picture because it costs too much, then you have to take that back on as an agent. And if you never learned it because you just got in and started rocking and rolling, then you're going to have issues. So take the time to really be a part of their journey at first, and as you go, kind of tweak and change your client experience to fit not only your personality but what you're learning through the process. So let's talk a little further on making this scalable. Make it a fluid document. Like I said, the Trello board available below that allows you to kind of change and chop and change anything you want, put stuff on the sideline or, add it in. You can update your checklist. You can do all the things that are in there and make sure that you are doing it the right way. But at the end of the day, eventually you're going to have to say, okay, what can I add, my VA to do? Can I have the VA start ordering gifts and start, managing the process? Because eventually you will get to that point, and you want to be at the point where you can say, okay, this is the TC's job, this is my assistant or VA's job, and this is my job. And you have those things dialed out so that it's easy to do that. However, at first, it's all your job. And so you need to make sure that you're going along with the process. This will help you outsource as well. When you're looking for someone to hire to fit certain needs, you'll know exactly what you need because your experience is so important to you that you know every single piece and every single touch that needs to happen. And so you will be able to find the best person to help you do that. And not anyone will replicate you, but when you're interviewing and doing those things, you need to keep that in mind, and you'll know exactly the right personality to do, which will save you a ton of time on the back end from hiring and firing and plugging people in and changing everything up. If you have that system dialed in, you can easily say, okay, that's a TC job, that's a assistant job, that's a agent job, and it'll be a lot easier. So make it scalable, start with something basic, but your main goal across the board is to provide the very, very best experience you possibly can in real estate. And with that said, I understand that some things are out of our control, some, financial background, somebody's going to have an issue with some point in the process, but it's not necessarily about everything being perfect. It's about how you respond as an agent and help support your client in those, stressful or more annoying times that they may go through, getting a document or, dealing with an inspection item or anything like that. You need to be a part of that process. You got into the business to be successful. And so now's your opportunity to make sure that you can do that and you can leverage this system throughout your entire career. And the more that you can start to do it yourself and learn that and then start to leverage and outsource, the bigger you can grow. As we know, everyone says, okay, be a producing agent and then start a team and do all the things. Well, you won't have those options if you can't dial in how to become a successful agent on the front end. And this client journey and this plan and the back end is going to help. Every client's journey is going to be just a little bit different, but if you start building out the framework, you're going to come such a long way from the time you're building it out today where you're like, well, I don't really know exactly what to put in this client journey, to in 3 or 4 years when you have 20, 30 clients rolling through there, then you can absolutely you've done it. You built it from the ground up, you did it, and now it's just fine tweaking and fine tuning everything that you can do to provide that exceptional experience that's memorable, that turns into referrals. And that's exactly how you exponentially grow your business, is through providing the very best service, the very best value you can at all times. So as an agent, never give up that one-on-one connection with your clients. If you're a team lead and stepping back, you're still going to have your base clients. Never give that one-on-one service time up, because as we continue to move towards this new technological industry, if it's just like dealing with a computer and just like doing that, all the algorithms and all the marketing and all the things that those bigger corporations do will absolutely replace you. So if you're, an agent who does a buyer consultation and shows up to closing, I have to tell you that you're probably going to be pretty easily replaced, because those things are definitely the bookends. And I get it. Like, I get that would be really cool to sit from a desk. I mean, I closed deals in COVID too. But if that's all you do and you don't have any management of the experience here, and it's always buyer's agents and VAs and everybody crushing, the deals for you, then not only are you at risk when that person who, provided that one-on-one experience, showed the homes and, was there for inspection and did all of that, when that person goes to resell and that person's left your team, they'll probably remember them and call them. So sure, some millennials love the, tech piece and all of that. And there's always going to be people that, feel like they can do it on their own, no matter what their age. But if you are an agent that is just a bookend and just doing it, a shiny face, you're eventually going to lose some of that market share and lose the ability to continue to scale your business. So be a part of it. Make sure build it how you want it to be, how you would want to be served, and absolutely you will see success in this business for the long term, and it'll be easier to, pull back and outsource when you actually have the foundation laid. So that's all I got for you today, helping real estate agents win every single day at the game of real estate. If you have any questions, let me know. If you're interested in partnering with me and we can build this out together, definitely book a call at the link below, reagentwolfpack.com, and I'd be happy to chat with you. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.